Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to King Arena for tonight's CCIW basketball action between the number 8 Wheaton Thunder and the visiting Illinois Wesleyan Titans. The Thunder currently riding an 8-game win streak, looking to extend that to 9 tonight against a scrappy, defensive-minded Illinois Wesleyan Titans team. We're going to get to the national anthem and the starting lineups here, and then we'll be back. This is Josh Beisel and Dalton Van Esselston bringing you tonight's game.
And now the starting lineups. First for visitors from Illinois Wesleyan. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore out of Round Lake, that's 0 Hakeem Williams. At guard, a 6'2" senior out of St. Charles, number 3 Lucas Heflin. At guard, a 6'5" junior out of Lake in the Hills, that's 14 Ryan Soroka. At forward, a 6'7" senior out of St. Charles, that's 23 Cody Mitchell. And at forward, a 6'6" junior out of St. Louis, that's 45 Evan Schneider. The Titans are coached by Ron Rose, who's assisted by Andy Etheridge, Bobby Wheat, Aaron Levin, and Liam Thompson. And now, Wheaton College fans, on your feet, the starting lineup for your Wheaton College Thunder. At guard, a 6'3" senior out of Bowie, number 3 Eddie Scott. At guard, a 5'11" grad student out of Thunder Ridge, number 13, Tyson Crookshank. At guard, a 6'5" senior out of Portage, number 22, Eli Considine. At forward, a 6'7" grad student out of San Diego, number 23, T.J. Askew. And at guard for the Thunder, a 6'4" junior out of Columbus, number 24, Nick Chiavello. Wheaton College is coached by Mike Schauer, who's assisted by JP John Panner and Mr. Zach Qua.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're about to tip off here between the number 8 in the country home team Wheaton Thunder and the visiting Illinois Wesleyan Titans. This rivalry between these two teams has a long and storied history. Most recent chapters put in last year. Dalton, I know you have some personal experience watching the battles between these teams, especially last year.
Yeah, last year they split the regular season contest, Wheaton winning here at home and then losing on the road against Illinois Wesleyan. Both games were decided by single digits, so they're both really always tense games, physical games that keep the scores relatively close. But then unfortunately for Wheaton Thunder fans in the NCAA Division III tournament, they met in the Sweet 16, and Illinois Wesleyan got the best of the Thunder, winning that game and then losing in the next round in the Elite Eight. But this Titans team is very different than last year, and that's something that loyal fans of both sides would notice, with 4 players from the Titans team last year not returning, 3 of which graduating: Matthew Laritz, Peter Lambesis, and Corey No, and then Luke Yoder transferring to North Dakota State, so now he's playing Division I ball, and he's playing really well there, having a lot of valuable minutes. But this will be a new Titans team, and it'll be interesting to see how they match up here.
Wheaton starting off on the offensive end. Tyson Crookshank jumper is good. 2 points for him. Tyson Crookshank, the Thunder's leading scorer, is now single-digit points away from becoming the 16th player in Thunder history to score 1,500 career points for his team. This could be a historic night for Tyson and the Thunder as they look to increase their win streak to 9. Chiavello will inbound, and he gives it off to Tyson Crookshank, who's going to work his way across midcourt. The offense sets up TJ Askew now with the ball for the Thunder. Back to Tyson Crookshank. Tyson Crookshank pulls out of a jumper attempt, and TJ Askew, despite contact, is able to get a shot up, but nothing there. It's going to be a foul against the Thunder. Ball is going to go to the Titans. Cody Mitchell, the Titans' leading scorer, is going to be inbounding for them. He's going to be a big factor to watch tonight, leading the team in rebounds and scoring.
Yeah, the matchup between him and Askew will be huge. Cody Mitchell is definitely going to be an all-conference player at the end of this season. And we're getting an offensive foul called again. That's 2 possessions in which the Titans have turned it over on offensive fouls. And we're seeing them press again in the backcourt. A little on-ball pressure. Shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Eddie Scott working here against Hakeem Williams. Scott got a good handle here. Hand off to Tyson Crookshank. Back to Eddie Scott in the corner. Eddie Scott corner 3 is good. Hits the bottom of the net. Eddie Scott gives the Thunder an early 5-0 lead.
And that's a great start for the Thunder, taking advantage of the poor discipline from the Titans on the offensive side, and then making a 2 and a 3 start out the game.
It's been fun watching Eddie Scott develop as a shooter this season. Started off shying away at the beginning of this season from the three-point shot, but has really worked on that as Evan Schneider, the 6'6" forward, opens up the scoring for the Titans, dropping in a nice layup off a spin move.
The Titans have a really solid post presence. Last year with Laird's being an All-American, he was great down low. So they usually try to work the ball inside really quickly in the possession, then might work it out for open 3.
The Titans definitely not an offensive powerhouse in the CCIW, but the second best defensive team in the conference behind the Thunder. Which tonight looks to be a scrappy, high-effort game. It already has been so far. Handoff action here for the Titans. That mid-range jumper is no good. We've got a foul underneath the basket against Schneider, it looks like.
It's 2 quick fouls on Schneider. He'll be heading to the bench early. Unhappy with that as he walks over to the bench, but 2 early fouls in the first 2.5 minutes, not something Coach Rhodes wants to see out of a player that will be pivotal for the Titans in tonight's game.
In for Schneider is number 20, Harrison Wilmson, the 6'9" sophomore. Titans putting a little more height in the lineup with Wilmson getting in. Askew with the ball. Nice pass from Askew behind the back to Eli Constein, and Constein not able to drop that one in, but Chiavello with the rebound and the putback for the Thunder. Dalton, before the game started, you and I were discussing Nick Chiavello's impact in games specifically against the Titans. He's played some of his best basketball of his Thunder career against Illinois Wesleyan, and starting that off tonight with 2 points. Cody Mitchell, offensive board.
And the call out of bounds.
Yep.
Be Wheaton ball, but yes, Chiavello has been huge in all the matchups against the Titans. He was a little unsure of himself as a young player, underclassman last year against just any opponent, but then in the tournament really came into his own, and then in the Sweet 16 matchup, he had 14 points and really just felt as though he grew so much in confidence and in the way he plays. And then the first matchup of the year against the Titans at Illinois Wesleyan, he dropped 21 points and just carried the Thunder to a double-digit win.
Eddie Scott now with the ball. Shot clock under 10 for the Thunder. TJ Askew behind the back dribble. Askew up, no good, just a little too strong off the glass. Rebound Mitchell.
Just a little off balance as he's been going into the paint. That's twice already that. And a blown slip screen there by the Titans and an easy layup. But Askew just needs to remain under control and on balance as he drives to the hoop.
That was a beautiful feed there from Hakeem Williams to Wilmson. Another 2 points for the Titans. Now a 3-point lead for the Thunder. Tyson Crookshank, nice pass to Eli Constein. Constein working on Mitchell, and it's blocked. Cody Mitchell, good defensive effort there for the Titans, able to block that shot attempt from Eli Constein. Hakeem Williams driving in on Eddie Scott. Williams goes up, contorts his body, not able to get that one to fall, but gets his own board. Missed there, but that's going to be a foul against Eddie Scott. Williams is going to get a chance at the line here for 2.
And in almost every single matchup for the Thunder on the defensive side, they're all smaller, either height-wise or mass size. So it'll be interesting to see how the Thunder can box out and keep the Titans off the glass and keep them from backing them down in the post, as we just saw Williams do that to Scott in his last possession.
Andrew Williams is going to check in for Eddie Scott. Williams is leading the CCIW in field goal percentage, shooting just shy of 60% from the field, and he has been one of the most important players for the Thunder this season. Definitely has contributed to their success and top 10 ranking in the country.
He's been on fire in the past 5 games, averaging well over 10 points and just showing that he's just a great 6-man to come off the bench.
He has definitely stepped up in conference play. That is for sure. Williams pass to Askew. Askew looking, finds Tyson Crookshank. Tyson trapped, pass out to TJ Askew. Askew, 3-point attempt, no good. TJ Askew collects the ball behind half court. Nick Chiavello with it now. Hand off to Tyson Crookshank. Tyson being guarded closely by the Titans so far in this one. He's got just 2 for the Thunder. Shot clock at 5. Tyson Crookshank working to Eli Constein. Constein working against Mitchell. Constein, shot attempt just hard off the glass and tangles up with Mitchell there at the very end after Mitchell collected the rebound.
That's not a good foul. That's not a good foul. No. 94 feet from the hoop. A little frustrated. Constein there as he was unable to get that layup to go, and then just tried to sneak a steal out of there, but unable to get to go, and then commits the foul. And he'll head to the bench as Connor Braun will check in for a little more size on the defensive side.
Yeah, Cody Mitchell and Eli Constein is going to be one of the big matchups to watch tonight. Mitchell is a strong defender, big frame. Eli is going to have to work extra hard, and what a finish from Ryan Soroka. Goes up strong with the foul and one opportunity for Ryan Soroka. Titans now with the lead. They have a chance to put that lead up to 2. The Thunder scoreless in the last 2.5 minutes. And the Titans on a 7-0 run.
This is a very different game than the first game at Bloomington earlier this season. The Titans are showing that although they aren't ranked and that they're just 1 game above 500, they're not a team to be messed with.
Especially when we talk about how strong defensively this Titans team is. Andrew Williams goes up and that shot is blocked.
And Coach Schauer is just screaming for a foul. Looks like Andrew Williams did get hit on the elbow, but no call, and they'll play on.
And I think both of us anticipated this as a physical game as Wilmson tried to get a nice pass off there. Instead, Cody Mitchell collects the offensive rebound and is fouled on the putback attempt. So Cody Mitchell now.
They'll call that foul on the ground.
Oh yeah, you're right, on the floor. So instead there's going to be an inbound here.
Wheaton is giving up the baseline way too easily. We see that backdoor cut there as the Titans can just feed the baseline cutter. And then on the last possession on the and one, it was a baseline drive that ended up with a layup and a foul.
Lucas Heflin now with the ball, now back out to Soroka. Now down low, it's Wilmson. That shot no good. Rebound Connor Braun. Tyson Crookshank now with the ball. Thunder down by 2. Tyson Crookshank pull up 3. That one off just to the left. Nice look there for Tyson Crookshank. You can't fault him for taking that. Tyson Crookshank, one of the best 3-point shooters not only in the CCIW but arguably the country. That shot no good from the Titans. Lucas Heflin just short on that layup attempt. Andrew Williams now down low. Chiavello now with it. Connor Braun. Braun rotating around the outside. TJ Askew now with it, working against Cody Mitchell. Andrew Williams to the corner now. Chiavello. Chiavello to Connor Braun. Tyson Crookshank looking for it there, not able to get it. Andrew Williams now driving, shot clock under 10. Andrew Williams spinning, trying to create space, and Andrew Williams is fouled underneath the basket. He's going to go to the line for 2.
For not being that tall of a guy, he has some great post moves. As soon as he gets the ball to where he wants to be on that block, he can spin to his strong side and create that contact and go up strong, either draw a foul or get a layup to go, and this time he'll head to the line.
Yeah, Andrew Williams just has that sneaky athleticism that every coach really hopes to have on their team. Micah Schneiders is going to check in for the Thunder. Chiavello is going to get a chance to rest.
And on the Titans side, Lucas Heflin is going to head to the bench, and he plays some of the most minutes in the CCIW, averaging 36 minutes a game. So that matchup between him and Tyson will be tough for Tyson, as Heflin's a little stronger and can, create a little more contact and push him out and make him uncomfortable with the ball.
Deep three-pointer for the Titans. No good. Andrew Williams rebounds and goes down hard.
Rebound.
Wow.
That's a man's board right there by Williams, skying up along with all the tall players and getting bodied.
It feels like once a game at least, Andrew Williams takes hard contact, goes down hard, and just gets up like nothing happened. He is so tough. Tyson Crookshank's going to head the offense for the Thunder. TJ Askew now with it. Both teams going scoreless here in the past few minutes.
This will be a big defensive battle tonight.
Like we said earlier, TJ Askew drops in a 2.
And that's great. That's great. That's a great drive by Askew. Twice before this, he was a little off balance as he was driving to the hoop and kind of lost the ball. And that time he kept his footing and was able to get the layup to go.
Both teams tied at 9. And like we were saying earlier, these teams are the top 2 defensively in the CCIW. The Thunder sitting in that number 1 spot. Illinois Wesleyan just a few points behind them at the 2 spot. Both teams very strong defensively. We've seen that so far. Both teams not able to crack double digits on the scoreboard quite yet, and we've already had almost 8 minutes of play here in King Arena.
And 10 fouls in those first 8 minutes. So it looks like they'll be calling this game pretty closely as we get another foul called there on Eli Considine. Williams is going to head to the line to shoot 2. No, it'll be actually on Tyson, I think. No, it'll be on Eli.
Yeah, it's going to be right on there. Eli Considine. You could see him just kind of fall over the back of Hakeem Williams as he was trying to put his body in a position to score. Hakeem Williams drops in the first free throw. More substitutions here for the Thunder. Eli Constine's going to have a chance to get a breather. In for him is TJ Askew.
Yeah, Constantine with 2 fouls in the first 8 minutes is it's not something Coach Schauer wants to see, as Eli's a great defender and super athletic on the offensive side, so that's going to be a big loss for what might be the rest of this first half.
Eddie Scott also back in the game for the Thunder. He's working against Williams. Scott trapped against the baseline, working his way out of it, using a screen from TJ Askew. Scott trying to find an open teammate, gets it to Tyson Crookshank, who's guarded closely by David Williams. TJ Askew now with it. Askew kicks out to Chiavello, who's outside the three-point line. Chiavello, that shot well short. TJ Askew almost able to collect the rebound, and that ball is going to go to the Titans.
This Titans team is so good defensively because they create a lot of contact to make the ball handler uncomfortable, pushing them well beyond the three-point arc. As we saw, Wheaton really didn't get anything inside that arc until we saw Askew driving in and then kick it immediately out.
Yeah, the Titans have already shown that they're going to make you earn every point. This time the Titans score off of
I thought that could have been a travel, but
nice move regardless by Marco Anderson, getting his first points of the night. Tyson Crookshank, tight handle around the back, not able to get anything going there. Nick Chiavello now with it. Eddie Scott outside the three-point line. Titans defense holding strong. Micah Schneiders almost loses the ball there. Eddie Scott pulls from 3, and that one is good. Eddie Scott 2 for 2 from three-point land tonight, gives the Thunder a much-needed offensive surge.
Yeah, that's a big bucket, even though it doesn't really mean much at the moment. I think it's huge to show, Eddie Scott's going to stand up and be the man when needed. And another offensive foul called on the Titans. That's 3 in this first half already. We'll see on the replay here. Eddie Scott, a foot behind the three-point arc, bottoms it.
One thing you really have to admire about Scott is just the confidence he has in his game. He's willing to take shots that some players would shy away from. And it's a positive for the Thunder tonight as Tyson Crookshank is fouled, it looks like. We're going to take a look at the replay here.
That's a great drive by Tyson right there. Blows by his defender with a little hesitation, keeps the ball high, avoiding the hands, and then getting fouled as he went to the left side of the hoop.
Tyson Crookshank so far tonight has not had a lot of good looks at the basket. The Titans have obviously been game planning for him, trying to make it hard on him on the offensive end, and the Thunder are going to need some of their other players to step up on the offensive side of the ball if they want to come out of tonight with a victory. Tyson drops in 2 points from the free throw line, giving the Thunder a 1-point edge over the Titans. Hakeem Williams, he's got space, working against Scott. Passes out now down low against Askew. This is Wilmson. Wilmson hook shot, no good. Mitchell tries to kick the rebound to a teammate, but instead it goes out of bounds. Thunder are going to have possession here. Chiavello's going to inbound from the sideline. Inbounds it to Eddie Scott, who's going to work against Hakeem Williams, who's pressing Scott.
He just needs to use his speed to his advantage and just try to blow by Williams. He's kind of doing too much right now, but draws a foul on Williams, so that in between the legs dribble created a reach in by Williams. And now Wheaton will be shooting a 1-and-1 as they're in the bonus already with 10:43 left to go in this first half.
So Eddie Scott's going to have a chance here to give the Thunder some points. Scott currently leading all scorers. Gets the first to fall, so that's 7 for Scott.
I think Scott's going to have a big game if Wheaton wants to be competitive in tonight's matchup.
I think another player we're going to keep an eye on, especially as we talked about the history between these two teams most recently, is Nick Chiavello. As you discussed Chiavello as having some of his best games against this Titans team. Mitchell guarded by Chiavello.
Yep, that's a travel.
Travel here against the Titans.
Took a few steps before he even put the ball on the ground. Another turnover for the Titans. That's their 6th of the night. Wheaton has 0.
Yeah, the Titans playing well on the defensive side, fouling a bit too much, but they have been sloppy with the ball, and that could prove to be the difference maker tonight. Andrew Williams with the ball now for the Thunder. Schneiders was underneath the basket looking for him. Chiavello now back to Schneiders outside the three-point line. Schneiders to TJ Askew. Thunder with cutters. TJ Askew goes up, tries to get a nice layup to fall, but just a little too strong off the glass. Askew, they've had physical play against him down low as Cody Mitchell with a nice pass to Hakeem Williams, who dumps it off to Wilmson, who's able to drop in an easy uncontested layup right at the basket. So the Titans even it up at 15. Micah Schneiders now with the ball. Tyson Crookshank, after a brief stint on the bench, is getting ready to check in for the Thunder. Andrew Williams now with it to TJ Askew. Nick Chiavello now with the ball. Shot clock at 10. TJ Askew behind the three-point line. TJ Askew driving in, using his body.
Yeah.
And TJ Askew is fouled underneath.
It's a good take by Askew, knowing he had a step on his defender right there. But he'll go to the line, shoot 2.
Askew is one of the Thunder's best free throw shooters. Definitely not a guy that you want to send to the line if you're the Titans.
He has a 78% free throw shoot on the year. And in these next 9.5 minutes of the first half, with the next foul that the Titans commit, Wheaton will be shooting 2 no matter what at the line. That will be huge. And the Thunder right now have 6 team fouls, so their next foul will send the Titans to the line for a 1-and-1. So there might be a lot of free throws in this next 9.5 minutes.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. TJ Askew is going to take a seat. Connor Braun is in for him. Cody Mitchell looking here. Mitchell to Wilmson. Handoff, Ryan Soroka now back to Mitchell. Mitchell working, corner. Trey Bazell works off the sidestep and misses badly, overshooting the hoop. Tyson Crookshank now. Crookshank to Connor Braun, handoff to Eddie Scott. Scott thought about shooting it there for a second. Scott to Chiavello. Tyson Crookshank trying to shake his defender. Eddie Scott now with the ball. Eddie Scott working. Scott picks up his dribble. Nice pass from Eddie Scott to Nick Chiavello. Nick Chiavello picks up another 2 points. Thunder now 4-point lead.
Scott and Chiavello made eye contact, and Eddie's just like, hey, do a little backdoor cut. Chiavello notices that, and another turnover from the Titans.
Eddie Scott, nice steal there. Active hands. Eddie Scott has been the man for the Thunder so far. Tyson Crookshank going up and fouled. Almost the and one.
If he made that, I think this building might have been shaking from all the fans jumping around, getting hype. I think this will be the foul called.
And give a shout out to Eddie Scott on that play. He picked up his dribble, realized he was not in a great position. He was kind of trapped between the baseline and his defender. And like you said, just communicated non-verbally with Chevello, got him to use that nice backdoor cut. Easy 2 points for the Thunder.
And that's what happens, too, if you're scoring early like Scott. The defenders are going to be watching the ball and not watching their man. And Nick Chevello was able to kind of sneak backdoor and have an open layup. And even with some contact, get it to go with his strong left hand.
Tyson Crookshank is now up to 6 points on the night. Just 5 away from that record. And
it's
the
the
Thunder
third time.
give up another easy layup down low.
Third time they gave up baseline there. They really got to start cutting that off and sending them back into the middle.
Coach Schauer definitely going to have some adjustments to make next time out on that baseline. Like you said, Dalton. Chevello now with it. Eddie Scott now behind the three-point line. Gets it to Connor Braun, who looked like he was going to shoot it for a second. And Tyson Crookshank wide open.
That's
blown
great.
Defensive coverage there from the Titans. Braun finds his cutting point guard, and that's another 2 points for Tyson Crookshank.
Yeah, Tyson's been having struggles when he has the ball in his hand, but able to move without the ball, come off a couple screens, and an easy cut to the hoop and open layup.
Soroka working against a smaller Williams. And Andrew Williams.
I'd like to see the replay on that. I think he might have gotten mostly ball there.
Good defensive awareness there by Andrew Williams, but refs are going to call him getting a hand on him there, and you can see some contact as the ball was coming out. It's going to send Soroka to the line for 2. Tyson Crookshank is a mere 3 points away from becoming the 16th player in Wheaton Thunder men's basketball history to have 1,500 career points.
That's so impressive. Every year he's been here, he's just been such a key player in the rotation, especially last year as he was stepping into a role with other fifth-year seniors around him to say, hey, when we leave, this is on you. Tyson being a fifth-year senior, the leader of this team, the captain, he's really stepped into that role big and continues just to pour it in.
TJ Askew now with it. Thunder, a 4-point lead over the Titans.
Nate Sock is in early for the Thunder. We've seen this in a couple games that Mike Schauer is putting Nate Sock in early as Askew with the deep three, unable to get that to go.
That one just a little too long from Askew. Titans pushing the pace up the floor. That ball's out of bounds off the Titans. Just a little too hurried there on the offensive end.
They went off of Nate Sock on the entry pass.
Out of bounds on the Thunder. Good eye there.
And Sock is he's providing valuable minutes too because he's taller, a little longer, and pretty athletic. So he's in for a bit more defensive-minded Thunder.
Hard foul there is Chevello, and I think that was, Ryan Soroka fouled once again. Chevello just kind of lost his momentum.
Landed
there
all
in
on him,
midair, and just kind of a midair collision, like you said, Dalton. So Soroka going to go to the line for a very clear foul. Chevello's going to take a seat here. In for him is Connor Braun. So Thunder going to have a lineup I'm not sure if we've seen yet this season with Sock, Schneiders, Braun, Askew, and Tyson Crookshank.
And if we have, it's very rare. It's a taller lineup with Tyson being the shortest one on the court as the point guard. I think that the Thunder thought that there was just one shot at the line, but it'll be Soroka will take a second now.
Thunder now at 8 fouls, so it's going to put the Titans in a position for the bonus. Tyson Crookshank working, has a screen from TJ Askew. Nate Sock now with it. Now to Micah Schneiders. Connor Braun now with it.
Whoa.
Braun kind of looked like he was going to shoot it there. Nate Sock now with the ball to Micah Schneiders. Schneiders to Sock to Askew. Shot clock under 10. Askew behind the back dribble. Almost has it poked away, and it is.
Kicked
away by Williams, and there's going to be a long attempt here by Tyson Crookshank, and that one hits the shot clock, so it's going to be out of bounds.
And a shot clock violation, I think, is what they'll first call it, but either way, it won't be Wheaton ball. Great defense by the Titans right there to keep everything on the perimeter and get nothing inside.
Absolutely, Dalton. Great defensive possession there from the Titans, stopping the Thunder from creating an even bigger lead. Now only up 2. Titans working here. Williams down low, no good. Rebound, Schneider. Schneider kicks it out to his teammate. Now down low. Soroka with it, working against Nate Sock. Soroka loves that post up.
That's
that
great.
Shot is short.
That's
Rebound,
great defense
Tyson
there.
Crookshank. Great work by Nate Sock. I couldn't agree more. And Tyson gets it to Nate Sock, but Sock turns it over, tried to get it to the corner for Micah Schneider's. Trey Basil was able to get away with the steal. Soroka, same spot, gets to Basil. Hakeem Williams now with it against Nate Sock. Williams working against Sock. Williams not able to get a shot off, but
they'll call that foul on Sock as he had his hands in the cookie jar as Williams was driving.
You can see here on the replay, Sock was trying to keep that positioning, but Williams got just a little bit of a step in there, and Sock just had his hands just reaching a little too far, like you said. So Williams is going to have a chance here to even up the score. Williams drops in the first. Nate Sock is going to sub out for the Thunder after providing some valuable minutes. In for him is Eddie Scott.
This is a lineup we'll probably see for most of the next 5 minutes, as Considine and Chiavello both have 2 fouls.
Williams hits the second, ties this one up at 23. Low scoring affair so far here in King Arena. Lots of fouls. The Thunder with 9. The Titans with 10. We've got just under 5.5 minutes left in the first half here in King Arena. Schneider's with it. Schneider's working against Soroka. Schneider's with contact. Not able to get a shot to fall. Just short against the contact. Schneider's looking for a foul there, but did not get a call. Williams now in the hands of Marco Anderson. Back to Cody Mitchell, is back in the game. This is Lucas Heflin, defended by Tyson Crookshank, and that one's going to go against Tyson, it looks like. And Tyson a little confused here by that call.
They'll call it right there with that left forearm on Heflin, but I don't know, with both these teams being pretty physical and historically physical teams, it's a lot of close fouls as Heflin misses the first free throw.
These are the games where it's always trying to toe the line of what is not going to get called and what is going to get called. The referees have had no problem letting both teams play, like you said, a little bit more physical than usual tonight. But again, it's trying to navigate how much contact is too much contact. Schneiders will inbound to Eddie Scott. The Thunder now down 1 here at home in King Arena against the scrappy Titans. Andrew Williams is at the scorer's table. He's going to sub in the next opportunity for the Thunder. Eddie Scott being hounded by Hakeem Williams. Tyson Crookshank now with it against Heflin. Back to Eddie Scott. Scott working here. Connor Braun wide open from 3. That one no good. Just a little off to the right and hit the backboard right above the back iron. Heflin now working, able to beat Schneiders. Heflin looking for an acrobatic finish and is fouled as he shoots.
The Thunder are really struggling right now to find something on the offensive side of the floor, and here just simple on-ball screen, and then Heflin was able to drive to the rim and create some contact.
Yeah, and after starting this game with the Titans just seeming to foul without being able to stop themselves, the Thunder are now finding themselves in the same position. They picked up quite a few fouls in the last few minutes of play.
And Heflin misses another free throw, a 67% free throw shooter. 1 of 3 right now from the line for him.
Heflin going to have a chance here for another shot. Heflin is going to hit on the second after the ball bounces around inside the rim. 2-point lead for the Titans.
And Chiavello's now in, and he's guarded by Cody Mitchell and might be guarding him on the defensive side, so that's something to notice. He has 2 fouls. He cannot pick up a third before this happens.
Andrew Williams pass to Eddie Scott, pulls from 3. Eddie Scott
goodness
is on another planet tonight from three-point land. 100% from the floor, 100% from deep. Eddie Scott 9 points for the Thunder, 10 for the Thunder. Heflin, three-pointer of his own. That one is short. Soroka with the rebound.
And we'll get a timeout here by the Titans. Coach Rhodes wants to talk something over with 18 seconds left to go on the shot clock. We're going to see a replay here of Eddie Scott pulling up again from the top of the arc. Buries it.
I'm pretty sure every three-point attempt that Eddie Scott has taken tonight has gotten farther and farther away from the actual three-point line. That one, he was a good foot or two behind the mark and just drops it in, making it look easy.
Yeah, Eddie Scott's been huge tonight with 10 points, and Tyson having 8 of his own, and then only scoring from Askew and Chiavello besides Scott and Crookshank. So they both have 4, Askew and Chiavello do. So it's hard to find that third scorer right now for the Thunder, but someone's going to need to step up and so that the Thunder can grow a bigger lead than just 1 point right now. And we'll see what the Titans have had drawn up in this inbound play from the sideline.
Soroka will inbound. He's the leading scorer for the Titans right now. So the Thunder hold a 1-point lead over the Titans. Just under 4 minutes left to play in the first half. Soroka, looks like there could have been a travel there. The crowd was calling for it, and Soroka gets an and one to fall off a nice underhand finish.
There's not that, yeah.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Dalton. Soroka, nice move here against Andrew Williams, using his body to get a good position there in an open shot. He makes it count. 2 points for the Titans. Gonna have a chance to give them the 2-point lead. Soroka hits on the free throw, excuse me, so that's going to be a 2-point lead for Illinois Wesleyan. Micah Schneider's taking the ball up the court for the Thunder. He's working against David Williams. Eddie Scott, now to Tyson Crookshank, who's guarded by Heflin. Micah Schneider's now with it. Bounce pass to TJ Askew. Askew down low to Tyson Crookshank, who drops in a layup. Tyson Crookshank now with 10 points on the night.
Against this Titans team, you have to work off ball. You can't create stuff with the ball. You have to let the other players off the ball, set screens, cut, and then you'll find open looks. There'll be a 3 seconds call, or maybe an offensive foul, looks like on Anderson.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was against Marco Anderson. He's going to sit, so I'm guessing it is. We'll have a look here in just a moment.
And that gives Anderson his second, along with Schneider having 2 of his own. The Thunder have foul trouble of their own with Chiavello and Constantine still have 2 fouls, but Andrew Williams with 3 fouls already in this first half. So someone new is going to have to step up, and we've seen Scott step into that role right now of being a predominant scorer.
Nate Sock from the corner off an TJ Askew passes no good, and Askew looks like
Askew drew a foul. I think he was trying to fight around for that rebound.
He just got bumped into here. Take a look at the replay, Dalton. TJ Askew moving underneath, and I think that one went against
Wilmson, I think, as he was trying to fight for position with Askew, but Askew will get to the line.
For a second, I thought it might have been against Soroka, but I think you're right that it was against, it was against Harrison Wilmson, his second. So players on both teams racking up the fouls.
Yeah, it makes this game just be a lot more, you have to be grittier, you have to be able to, have other guys step up. So like players like Schneiders and Sock, they'll be playing a lot more minutes than they're used to. And Connor Braun along with that as well. So we got to see where these players will fit into that role, and the same with the Titans with some players who are stepping into roles that they aren't used to, like Wilmson.
Yeah, this is the kind of game that really tests the depth of a team as Wilmson drops in a 2-pointer. Tie game, 30-30 here in King Arena. The Illinois Wesleyan fans getting rowdy. TJ Askew fouled as he goes up, and that's going to be 2 shots at the line for TJ Askew.
That's the 25th foul call of the night. That's the 13th for the Titans. Wheaton has 12 of their own. If that's on Wilmson,
I believe that's going to be Wilmson's 3rd.
Yeah. So him and Anderson both have 3, and Askew misses the first free throw, just a little strong. The Titans are going to keep Wilmson in the game and instead have Bazell sub in for Williams.
We've got 2 minutes and 22 seconds left here. Askew with a chance here to put the Thunder up, and now they're back up one. Lots of lead changes so far in this one. 6 to be exact, as well as 6 ties. Been a back and forth affair here in King Arena. Wilmson with the ball. He's going to pull up from just inside the three-point line, and we're going to get a foul right underneath the basket against the Thunder. I think it's just a classic loose ball foul committed against Cody Mitchell. I think that one actually goes against TJ Askew. Take a look here.
I think they'll call that on Nate Sock, maybe. Yeah, as he was undersized against the bigger Cody Mitchell, who is the board machine. He fights for every rebound that he gets and misses to the left there on that first free throw. Mitchell is a 72% free throw shooter, so an uncharacteristic miss from him at the line, but now has a chance to tie it up at 31.
Yeah, Mitchell already with 7 boards on the night for the Titans, and he misses both. Thunder get a sigh of relief there. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the first half. Tyson Crookshank working against Soroka. Nate Sock with it. TJ Askew's going to get fouled there by Cody Mitchell.
He's got pushed over on that screen that he was setting for Sock.
Yeah, take a look here. TJ Askew in the bottom right corner of the screen. We're going to see if we can get a look at it.
Yeah, you just
missed
see the end of it
with the camera, but you can see Mitchell kind of standing over him at the very end of that push. So Askew's going to get another 2 shots at the line. Askew makes the first.
That's it. He'll have his 7th and 8th free throw of the night already. Thunder are shooting 11 of 15 from the line, and the Titans are 14 of 18 tonight.
Askew, after looks like 4 or 5 bounces around the rim, gets that free throw to finally fall. So 2 points at the line for TJ Askew. Thunder now with a 3-point lead. Cody Mitchell is fouled by Nate Sock. Late whistle there from the ref, and the crowd is frustrated with that one. That's going to be Nate Sock's 3rd foul. So continued foul trouble for the Thunder here. And I think, like you said, Dalton, I think we're going to start to see more and more of both the Titans and the Thunder bench as this game progresses.
And Mitchell doesn't miss that one as he makes the first of 2.
Mitchell with a chance here to bring this game within 1 for Illinois Wesleyan. And Mitchell does it. 2 at the line for him, and Thunder now up 1. Eddie Scott with the ball against Soroka.
I like Eddie bringing the ball because it lets Tyson kind of work off ball and try to get open on cuts, and Scott's a good ball handler as well.
We've seen Tyson have a lot of success tonight working off the ball as Eddie Scott almost lost it there. Tyson with the ball now, switching from the Titans on the defensive side. Eddie Scott now to TJ Askew. Shot clock under 5. TJ Askew, long jumper, no good.
It's not a bad
Rebound
look.
Soroka. He had to put a shot up. The shot clock was getting low. Just over a minute left in this first half. Wow, what a finish from Lucas Heflin, reverse layup.
It's a good job by Sock, not getting his 4th foul, but it's hard when, Heflin's great around the rim, and an easy finish for him on the reverse layup.
Titans now back with the lead. Tyson Crookshank, 3-pointer. That one no good, in and out.
The foul's going to be called on.
That's going to be against Eddie Scott.
Oh, no, I think they're calling on Askew, or someone maybe. Looks like they're calling it on Askew.
Oh, it is against Askew, you're right.
We'll see where the foul's called on this replay.
Eddie Scott, his expression made it seem like maybe the foul had gone against him, and he was a bit confused, but I think you're right that it does go against Askew.
I think they're calling on the hook of Askew, trying to get around the bigger Snyder, and that will be Askew's 2nd foul of the night, or 1st foul, excuse me. But that's a bad miss from the Titans right there at the free throw line. They're shooting 80% from the line as a team tonight, but the last few trips have not been the prettiest.
Nate Sock was a little confused there, thought it was a 1-and-1. He kind of jumped the lane there for a second. Evan Schneider is going to get a chance to make his 2nd free throw after missing the 1st, and he does. Drops that one in after a bad first miss. Looks like we're going to, I thought there was a timeout there. My mistake, folks. 51 seconds left here in the first half. The Titans holding on to a thin 2-point lead. Eddie Scott working against Soroka. He's taking the ball for the Thunder. We've seen a lot of that tonight from the Thunder. Tyson Crookshank playing a lot more off ball. Eddie Scott working here. Handoff Tyson Crookshank. Tyson had a nice shovel pass there to Micah Schneider.
Just a second late right there as the Titans were able to get their hand in the passing lane.
Yep, they broke it up there. Evan Schneider, after being out of the game for what felt like 3 or 4 seconds, is now back in for Marco Anderson, putting Schneider in to guard the larger Connor Braun. This Tyson Crookshank's going to be inbounding here for the Thunder. 14 seconds on the shot clock. The Thunder have enough time to get started here. Just under 35 seconds left. Connor Braun off the short inbound. Eddie Scott
corner
now with
3
it.
look for Tyson.
Tyson passes out to Nate Sock. Now to Tyson Crookshank. Shot clock at 5, no good. Cody Mitchell gets his hand on it. I think it's out of bounds on Cody Mitchell there, who wasn't able to collect the rebound.
I think that should be a fresh 20 for Wheaton now, so they'll have 22 seconds left in the game, 20 on the shot clock.
So the Thunder are going to have a chance, if they use most of the shot clock here, to pretty much take up all of the game clock that's left, and they're going to do that. Tyson just past midcourt here is going to run the clock down. So a 2-second difference between game and shot clock. Like you said, Dalton, Connor Braun now with it. Give it to Eddie Scott. Eddie Scott for 3, no good. Nate Sock! Oh my goodness, Nate Sock almost had the putback and one of the season. Just a little too much on it, but take a look here. Eddie Scott.
I don't even know how he got that shot to hit the rim like that, but nonetheless, Sock running in, grabbing the rebound out of the air and almost getting it to go.
And that is the kind of play that keeps you in Wheaton's rotation. That's the kind of play that Mike Schauer is asking for from not only all of his players, but especially those key rotation guys. And Nate Sock making a big play there to give the Thunder an opportunity to tie it up, which they do. 35-35, 2 seconds left on the clock. Titans gonna have to heave it, that one well short. So we're gonna go into the half. The number 8 Wheaton Thunder tied at 35 versus their rival Illinois Wesleyan Titans. Exciting first half, defensive battle, lots of fouls called here in the first. It's proven to be quite a scrappy game, the defensive matchup we were anticipating. Dalton and I are going to be right back with you after this short break for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back in just a few minutes for the second half action between the Thunder and the Illinois Wesleyan Titans.
I think one of the fun things about deciding where to go to college is that all of your peers are in kind of the same place. Remember, other people have done this, other people have gone before me and will come after me and are going through it with me now. It's not as isolating as it may feel. I didn't really know what I was looking for at first. It started with me just scrolling through website after website of colleges. I knew I wanted something that was medium-sized. I knew that I wanted a strong natural sciences department. I knew that I wanted to be challenged academically inside the classroom, but I also didn't want life to stop in the classroom. I'm grateful that I was able to visit as many schools as I did. A large part of my decision to attend Wheaton was influenced by my campus visit. What instantly stood out to me was that everyone on campus was smiling. I felt welcomed, I felt appreciated, seen, and wanted. And so the application process itself was really joy-filled. The decision process was quite a different story. I got the decisions and acceptances and rejections back, and rejections stung. I became very stressed. I started to question, do I want to keep going to school? Do I want to go far? Do I want to come closer to home? And that's where I really started to ask, okay, what are the options remaining before me? And Wheaton was again at the top. I started to work with Ellen, my admissions counselor. I just worked with her really closely and had several hour-long phone calls, just talking through what does a Wheaton education look like? What is the value of a Wheaton education? And got to have personal conversations and interactions. So even during a time that was really stressful, I felt valued and seen as a whole person rather than just a GPA and test scores.
Neuroscience is the study of probably the most unique organ on the planet, the human brain. What does it mean to be a human person? And then what does it mean to live the good life as a result of understanding that? Where a vast majority of the work is right now is helping cure neurodegenerative disease. Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and our National Institute of Health has been pouring money into trying to understand these diseases. There is a lot of hope for discovery that can really impact somebody's life. It's very easy for an undergraduate student to get involved in research. One of my more recent grads is working with one of the top spinal surgeons in the country, and because of his experience doing research here, he was able to just work his way right into that lab. A majority of my students go on to med school, but I had a physics student who is working for Tesla. We've had philosophy students, and we've had folks from the Bible and theology department come in and really press us hard to be precise about how we're talking about what it means to be a human person. A student in our conservatory here took one of my classes and did a project on the neuroscience of music therapy, and this whole world was opened up. She had a passion for both music and science, and she was able to combine them in a way that she just hadn't seen possible before being here. Any student that is just curious about themselves and the way that they work is going to be really well positioned to study the brain. Faith and science can coexist really well. The unique thing about coming to Wheaton to study neuroscience is the integrative nature of it. You are going to learn about how your brain works and how the cells work and how the neural circuits work, but we won't stop there. We will also teach you about your spirit and your soul and how that might interact with your brain to make you who you are. And so I hope that we're putting students out into the world that can answer the big neuroscientific questions, but then can also challenge their colleagues and their audiences to think deeper and to think more carefully about what it means to be a human person.
When you're looking at colleges, you may look at the sticker price and say to yourself, I'm not applying to that school because I can't afford it. And I would caution you to not close any doors because there is this price tag that is just out of reach. Cost is an important factor, but there's so many other factors to consider. At Wheaton College, we offer academic scholarships as well as Wheaton Grant, which is need-based aid from the college. So a student may receive scholarships in the range of $10,000 to full tuition. They may also receive significant Wheaton Grant based on need, and we determine that, like most institutions do, based on the information that is found on the free application for federal student aid. Colleges aren't commodities. They're not all the same. And there'll be value questions that you have to ask along the way. There's value in knowing that Wheaton alumni have done very well across the board. That we have students from 50 states and over 160-year history. There's value in that. But I also think there's value in the fact that you will be with a group of peers who are excellent in their academic endeavors, but also who love Jesus Christ. You are not just a student who is performing well in the classroom, but that you are a person that has great potential to serve God's kingdom. You're going to be challenged to grow in your faith because you want to be tested and you want to understand what your theological non-negotiables are. So think about the community you're going to be a part of and how they're going to engage you. We want to challenge you to think about why you believe what you believe, by people who will encourage you and motivate you. This is an investment that has strong return, not just for you in terms of career, but for you as a follower of Jesus Christ who will be called to great things. Let us work closely with your family. Let us find out more. We work with great expectation and with hope. We do not want to give up on your calling to be at Wheaton College.
Wheaton College Summer Institute is basically this 2-week event in which students from all over the world can participate. It does a very good job of integrating education, social life, and spiritual life into a very safe environment.
There's so many course offerings, from Shakespeare to music to visual arts to theology.
Each student picks a class and they really hone in on a specific subject.
And we're kind of getting like a foretaste of the college experience.
So we're sleeping in the dorms and we eat in saga. It's the full experience, but only for a 2-week period.
And they give college credit. Like, when looking at whether or not to do this, I was like, there's no downside.
You know, the schedule is incredible.
I've spent a lot of time in class, probably about 4 hours a day, but also a lot of time hanging out.
Then we're going for ice cream and we're going into Wheaton.
You enjoy it, you have fun, you get to meet new people.
And what I like about it a lot is that the people are so accepting. The people that will just take you as you are and won't criticize you or judge you.
And the relationships I've built with people here have been really valuable.
Here, I'm always with someone, I'm always talking, I'm always having a great time, I'm always learning.
And at the same time, building that community with these people who are so different. With people from Colombia and Mexico and Texas and North Carolina. But we can all, find that kind of center of what we all believe and build relationships from that.
Wheaton College Summer Institute is a place where you will grow in your faith, meet very extraordinary people, and learn something you're passionate about.
It has the potential to be so formative that there's no way you shouldn't do it.
Someone who is insatiably curious will thrive in a Christian liberal arts environment. Being a Christian liberal arts student causes you to expect to encounter God and expect to encounter dialogue with other disciplines. I think it creates a posture of wonder, and that's just a great thing for every aspect of life. I was in Calc 1, and my professor was having us read through Romans 12 in Calc 1. And it really invited me to see God at work and to prepare my heart, even in those first few minutes of class, to recognize and say, God is here, and do I have eyes to see him? And do I have eyes to see the way that he's at work? They don't say that any discipline is off limits from God, or that God is off limits from any discipline. Wheaton really does prime you to be a very well-rounded student that's able to think about questions from many different angles, and not just provide a cookie-cutter answer, but really engage with content in a deep and meaningful and intentional way. I got one-on-one time with professors, and they not only cared about my studies, but they also cared about my spiritual well-being and about how I was doing personally. The opportunity to have professors that are spiritual mentors and have PhDs in Old Testament or quantum mechanics or poverty and international relations is amazing. And you get the opportunity to interact with so many other students of different disciplines that all love Jesus and want to love and worship him in what they do. And that's amazing too. And I love Wheaton. Wheaton invited me to dig deep into both the scientific learning I was doing and dig deep into my faith. I have grown in my ability to offer all of myself to the practice that I'm doing as an act of worship. That's what the Christian liberal arts can help form in you is to do everything to the glory of God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to King Arena for the second half of tonight's CCIW basketball action between the Wheaton Thunder, currently on an 8-game winning streak and ranked number 8 in the country, and the visiting Illinois Wesleyan Titans. This is one of the hottest rivalries in the CCIW, and so far it's lived up to the hype. Tied at 35. This game has been a defensive battle with 30 fouls already been called in the first half. Dalton, what are things that both teams need to do if they want to come out with a victory tonight?
Yeah, Wheaton really needs to focus on the offensive side of working off the ball and trying to create stuff with off-ball screens, backdoor cuts, and just trying to get as open as they can because they are being suffocated when they have the ball. The Titans need to take care of the ball mostly. They had 7 turnovers in the first half, which isn't egregiously high. It's still, though, they need to be cautious of that and be cautious of the foul trouble that they are in as a team, with Schneider having 2, Cody Mitchell, their leading scorer on the season, having 2 fouls of his own, and then Hakeem Williams having 2 fouls as well. But foul trouble goes both ways. But if the Titans want to stay in this game, they got to take care of the ball and stay out of foul trouble.
The Titans are going to begin the second half, on an offensive series. Soroka working against Chiavello, who walls up against him. Now to Williams, guarded by Scott. Soroka off the nice pass from Williams. Rebounded, long rebound, and Heflin drops in a 3 to open up scoring for the Titans. 38-35, Illinois Wesleyan with the lead. TJ Askew now with it. Chiavello. Tyson, pass down low to Eli Constein, who looked for a foul. TJ Askew instead is going to get it back to Eli Constein. Now to Eddie Scott working off a drive. Eddie Scott, and that's going to be a travel.
Wow.
Yeah,
Eddie Scott was either looking for a foul or a jump ball there, but no
Eddie
call.
Scott, take a look here. Eddie Scott drives in, tries to go up there, looking for a foul against Schneider, and then just comes down without releasing the ball. That's going to be an easy travel call. Tyson Crookshank guarding Heflin. Now Soroka, now to Williams. Cody Mitchell being guarded by TJ Askew. Askew between him and the basket. Cody Mitchell using his body, and Mitchell down. That's going to be a foul against TJ Askew. That's going to be Askew's 3rd foul. Definitely not the position that the Thunder want to find themselves in, and Askew likely about to come out here as Connor Braun takes off his warm-up and gets ready to check in.
Yeah, Braun has been providing a lot of minutes off the bench for those that are in foul trouble, especially on the defensive side because he is bigger and a little stronger than Askew is. He'll be needing to provide good minutes against Cody Mitchell, who's really athletic and tough in the post.
Illinois Wesleyan going to have a chance to build on their lead here. Now a 4-point lead for the Titans. TJ Askew, like we anticipated, is going to check out for a bit here, and in for him is Connor Braun.
For fans who know the result of the last game that the Titans played the Thunder in Bloomington, it does not look anything like that, and that's due to the fact, one, that the Titans played poorly in Bloomington, but also the fact that it's a new team. They had 4 guys leave that were all key players for the Titans, and early in the season it's hard to get this whole new roster to glue well together, but we're seeing the Titans come into their own late in this season and especially in tonight's matchup.
Eli Constein now to Connor Braun, who pulls from 3. That one no good. Rebound Cody Mitchell. Titans holding on to a 5-point lead, their largest of the game thus far. Hakeem Williams working, using a screen from Schneider. Now Heflin. Now back to Hakeem Williams. Cody Mitchell going to work down low again against Eli Constein. Mitchell underhand finish, no good. Rebound Tyson Crookshank. Eli Constein collects it, goes in. Eli Constein is fouled on his way up, and Eli Constein's going to have a chance at the line.
Eli was running up the court without looking for the ball, and Tyson had to scream at him, Eli, I'm throwing the pass to you. Eli collects it, is able to drive past Mitchell, gets the foul to be committed, and that will be Mitchell's third. Most likely he'll stay in the game, I think, or no, he just went out.
Yeah, it's going to be some subs here. Actually,
no, yeah, he's staying in the game.
He's staying in. And Dalton, I think we've already talked about this a little bit, but at this rate, at the fouls that are being committed and called, we're likely going to see some more depth off of both teams' benches that we haven't seen much of this season, and it's really going to come down to the guys that don't see the floor quite as much for both the Titans and the Thunder to really change the outcome of tonight's game.
For sure, and especially tonight. I mean, it's a key matchup, I think, for the CCIW postseason result in the conference play, because the Thunder are seeded first right now, and the Titans are in the mix as well, and like in the top 4, I believe. But the Thunder are trying to cement that they are the best team in the conference and trying to prove that tonight. But the Titans are trying to prove that although they are only 5-3 in conference play, that they are still one of the top teams in the conference, and just haven't been playing up to their potential. But tonight they're trying to make a statement and have a statement win here in King Arena against the 8th-ranked Wheaton Thunder.
I think it's worth noting too that although Illinois Wesleyan sits at 5-3 in conference play, they're tied for 3rd place in conference play at that 5-3 record with both North Central and Carthage. So like you're saying, tonight is a key matchup. If they are able to escape King Arena with a victory tonight, it leaps them up to securing that 3rd place spot. Hakeem Williams heading the offense for the Titans. Williams works off a screen from Schneider. Williams goes in. That's a strong finish from Hakeem Williams, despite the contact from the Thunder defenders below the hoop. He's able to drop that one in. 6-point lead now for the Titans. Connor Braun now with it, guarded by Schneider. Back to Tyson Crookshank, now to Eddie Scott. Eddie Scott for 3, that one's short, off the front iron. Rebound by the Titans. So far, the Titans defense has held up strong against any attempts from the Thunder offense to really try and penetrate the paint and score near the basket. They've really been walled off as Hakeem Williams attacks again and scores again. 4 straight for Hakeem Williams, and he's got some words for the football team.
And he's got some words for Eddie Scott too. And we saw Eddie said, "Okay, you're gonna talk a little bit." I think we'll see Eddie be a little more physical with Hakeem Williams the next time he drives to the rim.
Tyson Crookshank with it, now to Nick Chiavello. 8-point lead for the Titans. Nick Chiavello, handoff, Eli Constein. Eli Constein back to Tyson Crookshank. Tyson working against Heflin. Against 2. Nice skip pass. Now corner. Eli Constein. 3-pointer is good.
That's great ball
Eli
movement.
Constein with a much-needed bucket for the Thunder, and the Thunder crowd loves it.
That's a great way to get the crowd back into it. Just a really solid offensive possession. Passing the ball around, everyone touching it, and then a wide-open look in the corner off an extra pass.
Soroka loses his footing and throws up an awkward mid-range jumper, and that one no good.
Oh, look at Eddie. Oh, no, he's not open anymore. That'll be a foul called on Williams. Be a sideline out of bounds.
And I loved that possession from the Thunder where Eli Constein ended with a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
The Thunder just playing with what the Titans give them. The Thunder are one of the best, if not best, 3-point shooting team in the CCIW, and knowing they can shoot it from deep are just going to take that open 3-point shot instead of trying to keep forcing it down into the paint. Nick Chiavello with a 3 of his own. That one no good. Rebound by Wilmson.
And against the Titans, too, you're not going to get much dribbling because they have such great on-ball pressure. You got to work the ball around and make the right cuts and find the open man, because that's how you'll get the open looks and score.
Heflin guarded by Crookshank. Heflin gets a step on Crookshank, but that shot is short. Thunder escape. He had an open shot. Eli Constein for 3. Oh, that one's short. Just a little shy of making it in for Eli Constein, who shot it from the other corner, looking to make 2 straight threes. Wilmson, turnaround mid-range J is clean. Thunder down 7 against the Titans. Thunder have yet to hold a lead here in the second half. We've played just about 4.5 minutes, and we're going to get
There'll be another foul on Williams as he was holding Schneider coming around, and that will be Williams' 4th foul.
So Williams is likely going to come out here. It looks like he is. He's having a conversation with the referee, but
he's saying that Micah hooked him.
Yep.
But they won't really listen to that, and he'll head to the bench with his 4th.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to change the ref's mind after the call. The only thing you're going to get is an explanation. Tyson Crookshank for 3, and that's good! And Tyson Crookshank three-pointer, which puts him above 1,500 career points for the Wheaton Thunder. Just the 16th player in Wheaton Thunder men's basketball history to do so. Tyson Crookshank
with an amazing accomplishment right there. Step back 3, gets over that 1,500 point mark.
And that's 13 points for number 13, cutting the lead to 4 for the Titans.
He's probably not thinking about that at all right now, instead just focusing on how he can get his team back into the lead.
Heflin almost blocked by TJ Askew. Putback attempt by Wilmson, who gets his own rebound, but Tyson pulls it away. Tyson Crookshank up now to Nick Chiavello. Outside three-pointer is good! The Thunder are within 1 point against the Titans. No timeout called. The Titans are going to try to regroup here on the offensive side of the ball.
And you can hear King Arena getting rowdier with that big 3 by Chiavello, who steps up when needed against this Illinois Wesleyan team.
After being down 10, the Thunder refusing to quit, and now within 1. Soroka against tough defense from Chiavello, and drops one in. Great move from Soroka, who's keeping this Illinois Wesleyan team afloat offensively, and there's going to be a foul against TJ Askew.
And they'll call that a charge, but it looked like either his heels were in the restricted area or he was moving.
Dalton, take a look here.
That'll be Askew's 4th.
Askew coming out for Connor Braun.
And the entire Thunder faithful are laying the refs here as they did not agree with that call. And we'll get a timeout now from the Titans. 3-point lead for Illinois Wesleyan with 14.5 minutes left to go in this game. And we'll get a replay here now on the last 3.
Look at that pass.
That's a great
from
find.
Tyson. This is a few series ago, but
yeah,
Tyson Crookshank just consistent court awareness.
And Braun making the extra pass there too. And we're going to get Tyson's 3 here as he gets his 13th point and exceeds the 1,500 point mark. That's just a great shot and a big, meaningful moment in his Wheaton Thunder career. And now we're going to get Chiavello's 3 in rhythm, nothing but net.
And I don't think it's a surprise to any fan of Thunder basketball or anyone who follows CCIW basketball that all 3 of those possessions resulting in three-pointers had Tyson Crookshank's fingerprints all over them. You had his pass leading to an assist. You had his own make and then an assist on the last 3 made to Chiavello. And the Thunder now down 3. Plenty of basketball left to be played here.
And that's where Tyson separates himself and makes him the best guard in the CCIW, in my opinion. Obviously, it's a little biased because I go to Wheaton and I love seeing Tyson play, but he's just so unselfish but can still look to get his. And when it's not going his way, he's not afraid to pass it back out and find the open man. And he's always looking up ahead on the fast break to find who's open on the sideline, who's cutting to the hoop.
Heflin now with the ball against Tyson. Cody Mitchell working against Eli Constein. Mitchell using his body. Mitchell fouled on the way up, and the Thunder crowd frustrated with that call. Take a look here. That one's going to go against Constein. It's going to be his 3rd, I believe.
I mean, what more can Constein do to try to contest a shot? But Mitchell still head to the line.
More foul trouble for the Thunder. Eli Constein's 3rd. We already talked earlier, TJ Askew on the bench with 4. He's a key defensive presence that the Thunder are going to have to try and find ways to make up for. Cody Mitchell makes 2. He struggled earlier in this one at the line, but makes both of those and has been pretty consistent since some earlier misses. Marco Anderson is going to sub in for him. Tyson Crookshank working against Heflin now. Now Connor Braun with it, guarded loosely by Wilmson. Tyson Crookshank, three-pointer. Oh, that one no good. Very close, though, and Eli Constein and Soroka kind of battling for position there, trying to get that ball, and Eli Constein was hoping that it last touched Soroka, but it's going to stay with the Titans here. Excuse me, it's going to go to the Titans. It's going to be Heflin taking the ball up the court, working against Tyson Crookshank. Handoff Soroka, using a screen from Wilmson. Soroka working against Chiavello, makes some space. That one no good. Thunder just can't collect themselves for a rebound. Soroka gets his own. Heflin now collecting himself. Soroka now to Wilmson, who's matched up against Connor Braun. Sidestep from Trey Basil is no good, and that one off the Thunder. It's going to stay with the Titans. Frustration here for the Thunder as they're just struggling to capitalize on missed shots and potential turnovers.
Yeah, and both teams are frustrated, and we've seen that very evident tonight, but it's a matter of what team can stay cool, calm, and collected the most. Not everything's going to go your way. Not every tip ball is going to go your way, but you've got to stay calm, stay collected, and just work with what you have. And that's a big rebound by Tyson right there.
Yeah, Tyson Crookshank, shortest player on the floor, doesn't matter, collects the rebound. Connor Braun now with it. Connor Braun picks up his dribbles, got a pass out of it. Eli Constein now with it, looking. Andrew Williams, who's back in the game, hasn't seen the court for a while due to his 3 fouls. Handoff now to Tyson Crookshank. Tyson Crookshank, Nick Chiavello now with it against Soroka. Chiavello working. Chiavello driving. Chiavello in. Layup is good for Nick Chiavello. Perfect time for Chiavello to break into the lane and score a nice layup.
And he was so patient there. He started to drive to the elbow, felt the contact, knew he wasn't going to be able to get it, pulled it back out behind the back, and just went to the right side and finished with his left hand.
Basil tries to get it to Mitchell, and Mitchell can't get his hands on it, so turnover for the Titans. The ball's going to go back to the Thunder, and they have a chance to cut into this 3-point lead that the Titans hold on them. Nate Sock is back in the game. He's got 3 fouls. Eli Constein's going to get a chance to sit after playing some valuable minutes. Connor Braun, Nick Chiavello thought about pulling it there. Now Nate Sock cutting all around the board here for the Thunder. Connor Braun defended by Schneider. Nate Sock thought about shooting it there for a second. Andrew Williams, shot clock under 10. Nick Chiavello. Chiavello, deep 3, pulls up! Wow! What a shot from Nick Chiavello!
It's something about the Titans, and when Chiavello sees this green, he just wants to go off.
Nick Chiavello just thought about it for a minute and just pulled up.
That's a travel, yeah.
That's a travel against Schneider. Momentum swinging in the direction of the Thunder right now. The game is all tied up. We've got 12 minutes and 1 second left. Take a look here. Chiavello just took a minute here to just shoot it right in the mouth.
I know he's about 3 feet behind the arc, but you can't have your hand down like that and not try to put some pressure on the ball.
And right in the face of Soroka. Chiavello, not known as necessarily a 3-point sniper, has been showing up big all night for the Thunder.
But when you drive to the rim consistently and get to the rim, they're going to be playing off because they're scared to be a step behind, and that leaves them open for a 3.
Tyson Crookshank against Heflin. Now to Eli Constein, who's back in. Chiavello's resting. Andrew Williams looks for a lane, can't find it. Tyson Crookshank works off his dribble. Tyson Crookshank, 3-pointer, absolutely cold-blooded from the leader of this Thunder team, Tyson Crookshank.
And we're going to get a Titans timeout. That's 2 step-back 3s right there. Williams with a great job on that pump fake, starting to drive to the baseline. Defense collapse. Everyone's watching the ball. Tyson gets it. Jab step, dribble, step back, and just a beautiful, beautiful shot. That'll be his 16th point of the night with 6 rebounds and 2 assists to go along with that. Thunder have been on a run here, a 9-0 run in the past 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Gets them ahead 53-50 with just under 11 and a half minutes to go. This is the matchup that everybody came here to see tonight.
The things that Tyson Crookshank can do with a basketball in his hands, sometimes you just have to shake your head in disbelief at his ability on the hardwood. He has really turned up in this second half. Now leading all scorers with 16 points. We mentioned earlier on his 11th point of the night that he is now just the 16th player in program history to have 1,500 or more career points. And man, what a showing from him tonight.
Yeah, him and Chevello have willed their team back into this game with the plays that they're making on the offensive and defensive side. They're creating more turnovers. Illinois Wesleyan, that's their 9th turnover on that travel by Schneider. And Wheaton only has 4, so Wheaton's doing a great job of taking care of the ball and being smart with their passes. They just need to continue to create some more chaos for the Titans and make them turn the ball over.
Especially when you have so many players, I mean, on both teams that are struggling with fouls. You really got to capitalize on turnovers and try and draw some fouls, get some contact to try and make this game a little bit more difficult for the opposition.
And then converting those turnovers into points too, with Wheaton having
Soroza on the ground, gets it to Schneider. Schneider gets it to the corner for Cody Mitchell, and Mitchell drops in a 3 to tie it up.
A broken
Mitchell
play leading to a wide open 3.
Tyson Crookshank now with a chance to answer. Andrew Williams to Eli Constine, who's guarded by Mitchell. Tyson Crookshank now with it against Heflin. Uses the screen from Eli Constine. Now to Connor Braun, who pulls from 3. Oh, that one off to the right. No good. Rebound Mitchell. Nick Chevello getting ready at the scorer's table to sub in for the Thunder. Heflin to Schneider, who's guarded by Braun. Back to Heflin. Down low to Mitchell. This is his spot on the block. Mitchell, wow, athletic finish against contact, signaling too small against Eli Considine. Tyson Crookshank now to Andrew Williams. Williams to Connor Braun to Eli Considine now on the far wing. Braun, Williams. Williams to Considine. Now to Tyson Crookshank, who's guarded by Heflin. Crookshank picks up his dribble. Now to Nate Sock. Shot clock under 10. Andrew Williams down low. Tyson Crookshank drops in a nice layup to tie up the game at 55.
The Thunder will call a timeout right there. That's just great on the catch and fast put up by Tyson. Stumbled on his dribble there, swung it around, and immediately catching it and putting it up for a shot, knowing that the defenders are right behind him, so he needs to get it up quickly. His left hand ties the game up at 55. That'll be his 18th point. He's putting on a show tonight.
Tyson has really just showed a facet of his game we really don't get to see often. He has just, like we've talked about already, but just to re-emphasize, he has been absolutely excellent off the ball tonight.
Yeah.
There's so many players who don't have that element to their game, especially when they're used to being a more ball-dominant player like Tyson is. He's the team's leading scorer. He does so much for the Thunder. Tonight has been willing to give up some of those ball-handling duties to players like Micah Schneiders and Andrew Williams, as well as Eddie Scott, and has just been rewarded for it by so many brilliant cuts and feeds from his teammates, able to score, like we said, off ball. And he's just been absolutely electric tonight for the Thunder.
And that's due. I mean, the reason he's giving this stuff up and giving up the ball handling responsibilities, giving up the ball like predominantly in his hands is because of the great defense by Heflin. Heflin is just swarming him, and that's been the case of the Titans over the past 2 years for Tyson as well. Like, they just try to get the ball out of Crookshank's hands at all times. He only had 14 in Bloomington, and in the tournament game last year in the Sweet 16, he had 6 points because he was just getting swarmed and couldn't get anything going his way. But tonight it seems as though he's figured out how to play this team.
Cody Mitchell now to Soroza. Soroza getting a screen from a teammate, chooses to wave it off. Mitchell, other block against Chevello, no good. Rebound Andrew Williams.
I like that matchup with Chevello. I like Chevello being on Mitchell better than Considine.
Yep, I agree. And good work there from the Thunder to not allow an offensive board. That's a possession that we saw the Thunder earlier tonight just give up more series to the Titans, but they were able to collect off the one and done. Nate Sock now to Andrew Williams. Back to Nick Chevello. Shot clock under 10. Chevello blocked by Evan Schneider. Great defensive stance there from the Titans.
Schneider knew where Chevello wanted to go and didn't let him get there, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Mitchell. That will be his 4th.
That is a huge,
that is a big call.
Foul.
And Coach Rhodes is not happy with that. Coach Rhodes is asking for an explanation. I think it's a little, and Mitchell is shocked at that call as well. He's taking a while to get off the court now, so the ref's going to hold on to the ball.
That is a potential game-changing call there from the referees. We're definitely going to see Mitchell later in this one because he's just such a key, but with 4 fouls, it's going to change the way that he's utilized in the last 9 minutes. And this one, as Eli Constein works off a cut, but is blocked by Wilmson. Good defensive awareness by Wilmson, able to just block that one off the backboard. Eli Constein thought he had an easy lay there, but no good. And
That'll be another
Wilmson
turnover.
throws it away. Well, technically Wilmson didn't throw it away, but off his hands, and turnover there for the Titans.
And that's due to Constein kind of pushing Wilmson out of the paint and getting him to a spot in which he was unable to catch the ball, and it goes off his fingertips. Ooh, Chevello wanted that.
Chevello thought about shooting it there. Tyson Crookshank picks up his dribble. He's got Eli Constein to help him out. Nate Sock over to Nick Chevello, who's on the far side, moving it along the baseline. Picks up his dribble. Eli Constein, three-pointer's good!
Come on!
Eli Constein is absolutely on target tonight from 3.
That's a big 3 by Constein right there. Chevello being unselfish as he's driving to the hoop, kicks it out to a wide open Constein who buries it from deep.
Soroza down low. It's going to go to work against Chevello in the post. Soroza gets that one to fall. Nice work there from Soroza to get 2 more points on the board for his Titans.
And Soroka now has 16 points of his own, leading the Titans tonight in scoring. And Tyson draws the foul on Heflin. That's going to be Heflin's second of the night. But
that was a pretty clear foul there. We're going to take a look at the replay here, but Heflin just kind of swiped at Tyson at the very end there and just grabbed his arm.
And I want to say good job on Nick Chevello not drawing his 3rd foul on that last defensive stand, as Soroka was doing everything in his power to get Chevello to commit that foul. But Chevello knows with guys like Sock and Conta and Askew having 3 fouls and 4 fouls, he can't get into foul trouble himself. He needs to stand his ground, and he's playing with 2 fouls really well right now.
The Titans making some substitutions. In for them are Cody Mitchell and Hakeem Williams, 2 of their key players who both have 4 fouls.
In the next Wheaton possession, they have to go right at Cody Mitchell. They have to try to get him out of the game if they want to command. That hit the top. I thought that hit the top of the hoop.
And they're not going to call that as hitting the shot clock. And I really do think it did hit the shot clock, but no call from the referees. And Cody Mitchell able to put in off the offensive rebound.
Right, you got to give the ball to Eli here. And never mind. Have a step back 3.
No good. Battle for the rebound. Nate Sock.
Good board, Nate.
And jump ball.
Now
Nate
stay
Sock.
Wheaton ball.
Nate Sock going up against Cody Mitchell and making a great play for the Thunder to keep the ball
and Coach
with the
Schauer
home team.
Is bringing in TJ Askew, a really bold play with 7.5 minutes left to go, but he knows that in these next few minutes you got to have everything out there.
Now 3 players on the floor with 4 fouls, and that's going to be a turnover there.
And Cody Mitchell's trying to get the Titan faithful back to the game and have them get loud. It's a tie game with 7 minutes left to go. Both TJ Askew and Cody Mitchell have 4 fouls and are on the floor.
59-59 here in King Arena, and this game has lived up to the billing as a rivalry game.
And along with that, Hakeem Williams also has 4 fouls of his own, so those are 3 players on the floor with 4 fouls, but you want your best players on the court. Great hands by Considine.
Constein almost able to take it away. Instead, Wilmson is able to collect it after a while, but it's going to be rebounded by Tyson Crookshank. Tyson Crookshank working up the floor. Corner, Eli Constein for 3. That one no good. Rebound by Cody Mitchell. Gets it off to Williams.
Someone needs to stop
Titans
the ball.
pushing the pace. Wilmson up. Wilmson lays in. Easy finger roll right into the basket. And that's a 2-point lead for the Titans.
You got to reward your big man when he's running on the fast break, and Wilmson gets a reward right there by a point-blank make.
Nick Chevello now with it. Eli Considine. TJ Askew. Tyson Crookshank thought about shooting it. TJ Askew instead's going to get a chance from 3. No good. Rebound, Eli Considine. Eli Considine looked for a foul there. Nick Chevello now with it. Back to Eli Considine, who saved that offensive series. Nick Chevello off the pole. No good. Cody Mitchell rebound. Cody Mitchell now up to 12 rebounds on the night. Hakeem Williams slowing down the Titans offense. They hold a 2-point lead here over the Thunder. Just over 6 minutes left in this tight contest. And Nick Chevello, good hands.
And Coach Rose needs a timeout here as he's trying to get a sub and draw up some play, as there is some miscommunication between the Titan players on the floor and Coach Rose. It'll be a 30-second timeout, and with 6 minutes left to go in this game, Josh, it feels as though there's only like a minute left in this game and it's like everyone's tied, but This is a highly stressful game for both teams, and I'm stressed out for them as well.
Yeah, this has been another thriller. We've had quite a few in King Arena during this season. We had the game against Calvin, the loss to Elmhurst, the game last week against Carthage, and this one turning into a classic once again as the Thunder down just 2. But like you said, while it feels like there's not much left, we've got still 6 minutes left to play. And in the game of basketball, 6 minutes is a long time, especially for two talented teams like we have tonight. Hakeem Williams is going to collect the inbound and have a chance to set up the offense with 10 seconds left on the shot clock here. Schneider now to Heflin. He's got Anderson down low who calls for it on the block against Eli Constein. Anderson's going to have to put up a shot. No good. Rebound Eli Constein. Great defense from Eli Constein.
Making him fade away with a hook shot.
TJ Askew for 3, and it's good! Straight on from TJ Askew. He drops in a 3 and gives the Thunder a 1-point lead.
And that's his first make of the night from deep, and that's the best time for it to come right there as the Thunder get out back in front by 1 point.
Hakeem Williams, Heflin, 3-pointer contested by Tyson Crookshank, and good defense there from Tyson. Was able to disrupt that shot.
Interesting play by the Titans to shoot the 3. They're not a predominantly 3-point shooting team, as they only shoot 29% from deep. So it's usually you see them work inside and try to drive, and we'll get a foul here on Schneider. And it'll be Thunder ball underneath, and that'll be Schneider's 3rd foul himself. And Cody Mitchell comes back in along with Soraka.
Yeah, so Soroza and Cody Mitchell back in. Like we said, we've already talked about Cody Mitchell with 4 fouls. Hakeem Williams also in the game with 4 fouls. And of course, TJ Askew with 4. And TJ Askew fouled on the way up, and I believe Hakeem Williams is out of this one.
And that's a big foul for the Titans, not going their way, but it's going to send Askew, and you hear the Thunder faithful telling Hakeem Williams that his night's done. But they have 6 guys on the court right now, so one guy has to get off the court. It's a technical. I mean, they have 6 guys on the court, and he just steps off, but okay.
And that is a big loss for the Titans. Williams had been a key player for them all night, scoring some great baskets down low and really facilitating a balanced attack on the offensive end. Cody Mitchell now is likely going to be targeted by the Thunder as he has 4 fouls. They're going to hope to try and get him to foul out of this one.
And Askew with 5 straight points himself, and he's playing with 4 fouls, so he's not shying away even though he has 4 fouls. And he goes up and gets on a poster. Goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Holy cow, Wilms.
What a dunk.
Jeez Louise. I haven't seen that once here. That is insane.
We're definitely going to get a replay on that, and wow.
Wow. That's a House of Highlights SportsCenter top 10 play right there.
Wilmson just dropped it, and TJ Askew not able to answer back after getting baptized, but
on the bright side though, he didn't commit his 5th foul. So
hey, that's a one way to look at it, Dalton.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it positively, but that's hard. That'll be up in every single dorm room in Bloomington probably.
Cody Mitchell working against Chabello. Cody Mitchell gets a foul, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
We're going to see the poster. Goodness.
Wow. Wilmson just elevates and makes it look easy over Askew, who, mind you, is not an easy guy to dunk on.
And Soraka's talking to Askew right now, maybe saying, hey, are you okay? It's a hard poster to be on, but Askew's not going to let it bother him. He's very, level-headed and just trying to work to get his.
Mitchell misses the second. Tie game 64-64. Andrew Williams with the ball in his hands. Tyson Crookshank guarded closely by Heflin. Tyson to Eli Constein. TJ Askew now against Wilmson. TJ Askew goes up and blocked by Mitchell, and Mitchell mean-mugging TJ Askew.
I know both teams are really, into the game right now, but there's no need to be saying someone's little or me mugging and staring someone down right now when it's a tie game with 4 minutes left to go.
Those are the kind of moments that can age poorly depending on the outcome of the game.
Exactly.
Nick Chiavello now with it. Off the pass from Tyson Crookshank. Nick Chiavello, left hand hook is no good, and Nick Chiavello's going to get called for a loose ball foul against Soroza. And the Wesleyan faithful are happy with that one. I believe that will be Chiavello's 4th foul, so more foul trouble for the Thunder. Chiavello, a key player, not one that Coach Mike Shower is going to be happy to have near fouling out. Heflin now with the ball. Just over 3.5 minutes left in this one, tied up at 64. Wilmson, Soroza, down low to Mitchell against Chiavello.
Gosh.
Mitchell drops it in.
He's getting whatever he wants down low right now, and that is his 16th point of the night. Wheaton's got to either send a double or send something down there to get the ball out of his hands. Great cut.
Oh, and
draws the foul, and if that's
Williams
on Mitchell, that's his
hard.
5th.
We're going to take a look here. I think Mitchell's actually trying to say it was on number 4, and that's what the referee's going to call it on.
Yep.
But Andrew Williams went down hard.
He got up and he's going to shake it off. He'll go to the line with a chance to tie it up, but Mitchell did everything in his power to make sure that foul was not called on him.
I think Andrew Williams
might have
worried about a nosebleed there, but looks like he's good for now. He's going to have a chance to put some points on the board and potentially tie this one up. So he's going to shoot 2 for the Thunder. Williams makes the first. 3 minutes, 13 seconds left in this one. Thunder down 1.
And Williams, that's his first point of the night. Someone who's been on a hot streak coming into this game. Makes those 2 free throws, ties the game up at 66. Coach Shower's going to call a timeout. I think they have to draw something up for defensively against Cody Mitchell to get him to stop. I mean, this guy is just a one-man wrecking crew coming through. He averages 14 points on the year, along with 8.9 rebounds. Tonight he has 16 and 13, but playing with 4 fouls, so he's been playing really well, and this guy has first-team all-conference written all over him.
Yeah, you know, I've seen on the last few offensive possessions for the Titans, Mitchell has been matchup hunting against the Thunder's 2 players with 4 fouls, knowing that he's going to be able to play physical against them, and they're going to be a little bit more hesitant to match that physicality for fear of fouling out. So I'm thinking that Coach Mike Shower is going to draw something up to put a different defender on Mitchell who can match some of that physicality a little bit more.
Or to send a fake double and try to get the ball out of his hands and back to the perimeter, where the Titans are not great three-point shooters. They need to start forcing the Titans to take these deep threes and say, hey, beat us from out here, not inside.
Yeah, when you let the Titans get set up on the block down low, they're just doing well. And that's a call against Eli Constine, so Mitchell will go to the line once again. Eli Constine.
That'll be his 4th foul.
Yeah. So the Thunder now in a precarious position of their own as Eli Constine, TJ Askew, and Nick Chiavello, arguably their 3 best defenders, all have 4 fouls. 3 minutes, 6 seconds left in this one. Mitchell misses the first, has a chance to give the Titans a 1-point lead here. And Mitchell misses the second. 0 for 2 from the line for Cody Mitchell. Tyson Crookshank now with it. Andrew Williams, TJ Askew now with it to Tyson Crookshank against Heflin. Corner, Eli Constine. Now back to TJ Askew. Thought about shooting it. Now up against Wilmson. TJ Askew going up. TJ Askew gets it a fall. Great touch from TJ Askew to give the Thunder a 2-point lead. David Williams now trying to shake Andrew Williams. Heflin now working against a screen from Cody Mitchell. Working against Tyson Crookshank. Goes in. No good. Short. Battle for the rebound. Tyson Crookshank collects it. Heflin guarding him. Crookshank almost loses it. But still going here. Breaking through the oppressive defense there from Heflin.
Heflin is so good not committing any fouls on the on-ball pressure by Tyson.
Andrew Williams almost loses his dribble. TJ Askew, now Nick Chiavello. Chiavello on the outside. Back to TJ Askew, working against Wilmson. Passes out of a jumper. Tyson Crookshank, step back 3. Almost. Eli Constine tries to go for the board. Nick Chiavello, almost keeps it alive, and it's rebounded by Soroza after a crazy sequence. Thunder holding onto a 2-point lead, under 2 minutes left in this one, and that's going to be a timeout for the Titans.
And I don't know where all these timeouts are coming from. Coach Rose has called what seems like 6 timeouts, and Coach Shower feels like he's called a ton too, but that was a big step back 3 with 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and Considine skying for that rebound on the missed 3, almost getting it. It's going to be Titans ball in the half court, down 2 with just under 2 minutes left to go in this game.
And this contest has been a nail biter from start to finish.
Yep.
My goodness, only a 2-point lead for the Thunder. Their largest lead of this one was 6 points. The largest for the Titans was 8 at the very beginning of the second half, and now the Thunder find themselves in control of just a thin 2-point lead over this spunky Titans team.
Yeah, in their last matchup in Bloomington, we saw that it was a pretty close game at halftime, but then the Thunder pulled away, scoring 42 points in the second half compared to the Titans only 27. But in this game, it's been a lot tighter than that, and here in King Arena, they never make it easy on us. The Thunder being undefeated on the road, but having 2 losses coming here in King Arena. There are only 2 losses on the season. They never make it easy on the fans and us watching to, pull away and have a big lead at the end of the game. But they keep finding ways to win, and that's what I'll say about this Thunder team, especially this year. That although they might not be the flashiest team on paper, they find ways to win by gritting it out and fighting every possession. And we're seeing that right now with a 2-point lead, just 2 minutes left to go. We'll see if they can pull it out here in King Arena.
Heflin sizing up Crookshank, allowing the offense time to set up. Heflin now down low. Cody Mitchell working against Eli Considine. Cody Mitchell gets it knocked away.
He can't grab it.
Now Heflin picks it back up. Heflin for 3. Oh, wow, what a shot from Heflin. Leaning 3-pointer along the sideline, and he drops it in. 1-point lead for the Titans. TJ Askew now with it against Wilmson. Just over a minute left in this one. Tyson Crookshank. Crookshank looked like he might have had a lane there. Instead, TJ Askew goes up and almost drops in an and 1, but instead is going to have a chance for 2 at the line.
That'll be Wilmson's foul there.
So TJ Askew is going to have a chance to tie this one up and give the Thunder a lead.
He got fouled on the body there, and he'll head to the line now.
What a shot from Lucas Heflin.
Oh my goodness, that was insane.
Last offensive series, just shot clock was expiring. I believe it was under 5 seconds, and Heflin just shot up a beautiful falling 3-pointer and just dropped it in like it was nothing.
And it barely even touched the net, and we get a miss there. It's going to be tied at 69 with a minute left to go.
These games are always close, it seems, Dalton. The Thunder with a minute here to try and recapture the lead and come away with a victory over this Titans team. Cody Mitchell against Eli Considine. He's been working down low all night. Mitchell goes up. He was looking for a foul, no good. Mitchell falling.
Get on the
We got guys all over the ground.
Eli from Coach Rose
went down hard.
He landed and his forehead hit the court.
Eli Considine slow to get up. We've got players from both teams just out on the floor. Various levels of confusion here for both teams. Timeout here was called by the Titans as they collected it at the very end there.
Considine is now sitting up. The training staff is attending to him. And we get in this timeout. Illinois Wesleyan has the ball. Titans have 6 seconds left in the shot clock, so we're going to see what Coach Rose has for the team to draw up on for an out-of-bounds play. Coach Shower's trying to say, all right, and everyone's clapping as Considine's able to get up, shake it off. He's walking to the sideline now. It's a good sight to see for everybody.
Yeah, after taking hard contact, Considine just hops right back up. We'll see if he gets back in the game after that hard fall, but the Thunder and the Titans both going to have a chance. Coming out of this timeout, we've got 49.7 seconds left on the clock. Wheaton 69, Titans 69. This one has turned into just an absolute classic.
Yeah.
The Titans have 9 fouls, the Thunder have 6. So the Titans going to have to play a little bit more conservative here in these closing seconds, but they're going to get a chance to start here on the offensive series. 6 seconds left on the shot clock, so they're going to have to throw up something quickly. Lucas Heflin, 3-pointer, Heflin, no good. Rebound, TJ
Great rebound
Askew.
by TJ Askew. Wants a timeout.
TJ
They'll get
Askew
it.
calls a timeout. And Dalton, I'm not going to lie. I'm totally in agreement with you and am not sure where all these timeouts are coming from, but a good chance for the Thunder to regroup. The Titans are going to have to draw something up defensively.
And I want to say that's great defense by the Thunder to force a three. Obviously, we saw Heflin make an insane three from the corner there, but you got to exploit their weaknesses. The Titans are not an excellent three-point shooting team. Tonight, they've only taken 8 threes and have made only 3 of them. And forcing them into a shot that they're not comfortable with and getting that rebound and calling a timeout is huge, just to collect themselves and regroup and drop a play here with 40 seconds left to go with the tie ball game.
Yeah, the Thunder have done a good job adjusting to this physical Titans team and have done a better job at making the Titans beat them on difficult shots.
Yeah.
Like that leaning three-pointer. And, as a team, you can kind of concede some of those crazy makes because it's not going to be a high percentage shot. That's why, like you said, they're okay with Heflin taking that contested three-pointer to try and take the lead and trusting that guys like TJ Askew are going to be active underneath the basket and able to retain possession, turn it back over to the Thunder for a chance for them to score. Braun is in the game for the Thunder, as well as Andrew Williams, Chabello, and Tyson Crookshank rounding out the 5. Cody Mitchell, Soroza, Heflin, Wilmson, and Trey Basil in for the Titans. 30 seconds left in this contest. Tyson Crookshank is going to have a chance here. About a 15-second difference between game clock and shot clock. The Thunder taking their time. Tyson Crookshank, step back three. Tyson Crookshank off the front. Rebound, Andrew Williams.
That's a foul. And Andrew's going to head to the line. That's a big board by Andrew Williams.
Wow.
So scrappy.
Wow. Andrew Williams, expressionless, making what might be the play of the game.
Yep, and on three-point shots, the rebound's always going to go long when it hits the rim. Andrew Williams gets to the spot where the ball lands, grabs that rebound, holds onto it with 2 hands. Tyson's hyping up his man. Andrew Williams and Tyson have had a special relationship ever since Williams got here his freshman year. They've been boys, and we see it on the court all the time.
And that one goes against Soroka, who's played a very clean game. That's only his 2nd foul of the night, despite playing a lot of minutes and playing very well on the defensive side of the ball. Andrew Williams misses the first, and that's a big miss. But he's going to have a chance to make the second and give the Thunder a 1-point lead, but obviously not the position you want to be in.
The ball basically looked halfway down when it went in.
So Andrew Williams a chance to give the Thunder a small lead here. And he drops the second one in.
Stone cold.
16 seconds left in this one. The Illinois Wesleyan Titans have to score
You
here.
know where they're going. They're going to Mitchell. You got to double. You got to send something.
Mitchell. Oh, wow. What a shot from Mitchell. Tyson Crookshank working up the court. 2 seconds. 1.
Oh, foul.
He's fouled.
They're calling a foul. They're calling a foul.
Tyson Crookshank is fouled.
The game's not over.
Tyson Crookshank
The Titan fans are letting the refs hear it.
winning 3-point attempt, and TJ Askew is absolutely livid
that
with
a fan threw a shirt onto the floor.
Absolutely inexcusable
Let's see a replay right here
from the Thunder fans, but take a look at Tyson Crookshank, who's
if you look at the foul call, they're discussing now, but the Titan player landed in his landing zone, so I think that's where the foul is called. They're trying to review it. I don't really know what.
I didn't know that we had that technology in the CCIW, but
are they going to come over here and talk? I don't know. Are they going to talk to us? Like,
I'm not sure.
What am I supposed to say?
Well, both teams are going to have a chance to regroup a little
bit. They called a foul. You can't overturn it right now. There's no.
You can't say that
there's
there
no
wasn't
challenge.
a foul, but it's just really a question of what's going on here. I think the referee's not maybe in agreement or maybe didn't see the same thing, but we're just going to have to be patient here as they discuss, because if this is a foul that sends Tyson to the line,
we'll see what they're going over to the scorer's table right now.
Whether it was a shooting foul or a foul on the floor, he's still going to get a chance at the line.
Yeah.
And if he is able to make 2 free throws, that's the game.
They're checking to see right now how much time to put back on the clock.
Okay.
Once the foul was called, there'll probably be about a few seconds left on the clock after the foul was committed. and they're saying it was a foul, and they're going to put 0.4 seconds back onto the clock.
Wow.
Coach Rose is livid with the officials. Every Titan fan is standing up, not happy with that call. But from how we saw it, and you can take what we say for whatever, take it for whatever you want with grain of salt, but he landed in Tyson's landing area.
Oh,
he misses the first.
Oh, no.
He's fine. He has 2 more chances. Just needs to make 1 to tie up the game. This is the you want Tyson at the line. He's the captain. He's the leader. Gets that one to go. Has a chance here
at
to
the
put
very
the
least.
Thunder ahead.
The Thunder have just potentially forced overtime, barring a miss from Tyson. And
Gets
Tyson
it to go.
Makes it. They're going to have to throw up a last-second buzzer beater. Heflin down the court and goes through the hands of Cody Mitchell. A 1-point victory for the Wheaton Thunder off of 2 free throw makes from Tyson Crookshank. What a battle it was. Dalton Van Esselstyn is going to have a chance to catch up with Coach Mike Schauer. The Thunder, ranked number 8 in the country, extend their win streak to 9. Wow, what a game. A battle back and forth, lead change after lead change, score after score. No easy points for both teams. Folks, this has been Josh Beisel and Dalton Van Esselstyn. Dalton is going to bring you the post-game interview with Mike Schauer in just a moment here. Thank you for joining us on tonight's broadcast. We'll be back next time with another Thunder game in just the next few days. And Schauer exciting the crowd here, happy about this victory, and we're going to hear from him and Dalton.
I'm on the floor here with Coach Schauer. Coach Schauer, your team fought hard tonight, and they came out on top with a clutch free throw from Tyson Crookshank. What are your thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, I mean, this kind of harkens back to earlier CCIW battles, and the rules have taken some of the physicality out of the game. I thought this was a brutal game to officiate because how physical both of us were. Illinois Wesleyan came out and really tried to impose their will on us physically, and I thought it kind of knocked us back. And we had such terrible foul trouble. I mean, this was game 18, I think. And, we had guys in the lineup tonight and lineups on the floor we haven't played for 1 second. I thought Nate Sock's put-back foul at the end of the first half was really big. We played such a stretch without our primary guys. I'm proud of our guys. It's a huge win. Tough loss for them, obviously. We've all been on both sides of that. And the thing is here now, though, this week coming up are the 2 road games at North Park and at Carthage. What a great opportunity for us.
Thank you, Coach Schauer. Well, Wheaton wins it 72-71 with clutch free throws from Tyson Crookshank, the leading scorer for the Wheaton Thunder, having 21 points and exceeding the 1,500-point mark. Wheaton will head on the road at North Park as well as Carthage, and they'll be back here at home against Milliken on January 5th. For WTSN Sports and Josh Beisel, I'm Dalton Van Esselstyn. Have a great night.